Hey, how are you? I am here to talk about being a new grandma. I have my notes right in front of me, and I'm gonna try to get through this again without editing. Another unedited, hopefully, video. And I have to say thank you to everyone who has reached out and continued to reach out asking about how the baby is and how the parents are. So thank you so much for sending your love, and everybody is doing great and they're fine. And we're so thrilled about that. So we are grandparents to baby Sienna, brand new grandparents, and she's absolutely adorable. She's trying to figure out day and night right now, which she's just about a week and a half old. So she'll get it. She'll eventually get the whole day and night thing. It just takes time. And Chris and Kendra are doing a fabulous job, and they're trying to navigate this whole parenthood thing too. They're brand new at this, so they're doing a fabulous job. But for us as grandparents, this is a whole new territory, whole new thing to navigate. And my mom, she was a grandma, and she always said to me, being a grandma is the best thing in the whole wide world because I can have so much fun with the kids and then send them right back home to you. And I always kind of thought that was, like, oh, that's not really very nice, Mom. But I get what she was saying, because as everybody gets older, things get to be a little more difficult. And I had 3 kids, so whenever she had to watch my kids, she didn't watch one kid, she watched all 3 of them, and they were good kids. But still, as an older grandma, she did a fabulous job, and I totally understood. And she loved my kids with all of her heart. And it was just, a funny thing she would say. But I've heard other grandparents say that too. So, another thing I had to think about was, what do you do as a new grandma? So I had to look stuff up on the internet. I just did. I'm a Googler. That's what I do. And I just had to get that sense of, what do new grandmas do? I figured Al can look up what grandpas do, but I had to look up, what do new grandmas do? And I thought these were kind of cool guidelines that I came up with for new grandmas. What do I have? Let's see how many I have. I have, go through my little book, 10 things that you should do as a new grandma. Now, I saw this first one. This is number 1 on Facebook. I didn't know this one. I am a totally in-your-face kind of girl. In a polite kind of way. I like to hug people. I like to, I am an affectionate person. But I have to remember that I can't just go shooting pictures of the baby and just post them everywhere. Like, I will do selfies with my friends, and I make sure I get a good angle, and I make sure it looks good before I post it. But, we just kind of post each other's pictures, and it's not we don't do a lot of that, but we make sure everybody looks good, and it's no big deal. But when you are around a brand new baby, you can't just do that. I didn't know this. I didn't know you can't just take pictures and post them on the internet. No clue, because I'm figuring, oh, well, it's a baby. Everybody loves a baby. They want to see a baby. But no, you really have to, take a step back and take the pictures for yourself in the beginning. Enjoy them, which I have been doing, and don't share them with anybody until the parents say you can. Or if you have a really great picture and you want to share it with the world, ask Mom and Dad if you can, and if they say it's okay, go for it. If they politely and respectfully say, please don't, even if they just say don't, you just don't post the picture, because you don't want to go against what Mom and Dad say. And this is number 2. let the new mom and dad be the new mom and dad. Now, it's kind of tough when you've been a mom, for most of your adult life, to let your kid take over the reins. It's a little hard. I think some people have an easier time doing that than I do, but I am learning to step back and let go and do that. I am. And it's basically what this whole number 2 is saying: leave your opinions at the door, please. So if you see that, mom is changing the baby one way, dad is talking to the baby one way, or whatever, just zip the lip, basically, and let mom and dad figure it out. Of course, if there's a safety thing, you want to jump in and help, but you try to let them basically do their own thing, because they are going to learn, and they're doing it great already. But you don't want to be the type of grandmom or grandpa that says, well, I do it this way, you should do it this way, maybe you should do it this way because I did it this way. You just want to kind of step back, let them do it their way, because it's their baby. And number 3, now this is one I have to say, this is new to me, didn't know. Don't kiss the baby. Do not kiss the baby. Don't do it. You do it, you're gonna be out for life. I'm telling you right now. So, when I was growing up, you kissed babies. You like licking their face. Like a new baby, you just want to ingest it because they smell so good. Their skin is so soft. The cheeks, a new baby is really just a precious gift. And you just want a piece of it for yourself, right? And I grew up in an Italian household. That's what you did. You kissed everybody, especially new babies. Today, 2024 and beyond, do not kiss the baby. Mom and dad can kiss the baby. No one else can kiss the baby. And, that's for infectious reasons, I guess. I didn't know. It's something I didn't know. But also, there are studies that go on to say that you shouldn't kiss a baby before they're 3 months old. Something else. I was kissed by my grandparents and everybody. My aunts, my uncles, everybody kissed me. I know it because I don't remember it. I was a baby. How would I remember that? But my old school self just has to be contained. And let me tell you, it's been really hard to not kiss that baby all over her face. But I'm not doing it. I'm not even, gently hugging and putting her near my... I'm not doing that. I'm being very respectful. So that was number 3, don't kiss the baby. Did you know that? I didn't know that. Number 4, another new grandma tip, basically, is to not overshop. Now, let's face facts, right? The new mom probably, most of the times, has a baby shower. And she gets tons and tons and tons of gifts for the baby. Probably so many gifts that she can't even use all of them. It's impossible, because I see them at yard sales all the time. New with tag baby things. Oh, look, I never used this. You can have it for $5. When you know that Aunt June probably spent $100 on that gift. But, the baby is going to be taken care of, probably from the baby shower. So you don't want to be the grandma or grandpa who's coming in and just continuously buying things for the baby, like over and over and over again, because it does get to be overwhelming and it does get to be way too much. How much does a baby need? Not a lot of stuff. So don't be the over-shopping grandma or grandpa. Maybe ask mom and dad, hey, is there something you didn't get at the shower, or baby's first Christmas, how about I give you some cash for the baby? Remember when savings bonds were a big deal? I know. I just actually had my kids cash some of them within the last year, and they, you know what, they didn't make much. Because then you have to pay a fee to cash the savings bonds. So, you know, holding on to them for 30 years didn't make much sense at all. And I'm kind of glad they're not a thing anymore. Just give cash, and mom and dad can do with that whatever they need to do with that. Number 5, learn to say yes instead of saying no. Now, when we were bringing up our kids, no was common. We always said no. No, you can't do this. No, you can't go to your friend's house. No, your friend can't come here. Listen, I always had people at my house. The kids always had parties and friends and all of that stuff. But there was always a lot of no's because you can't let them do everything, right? That's crazy. But as a grandparent, you can say yes all the time because you're the grandma or the grandpa. So yes is a great word for us. And actually, I'm very excited to be saying yes instead of no. That's going to be way fun. Number 6, figuring out what's hot and what's not. Now, one thing, I did not know this, skin to skin. Did you hear about that? This was not a thing when I had all 3 of my children. So skin to skin, I've read about it, but what it is as soon as the baby comes out, the baby goes right on the mother's chest. And I think, geez, that happened, right? Well, no, I don't. With my kids, I think they cleaned them up first, then they gave me the babies. Now, I think they're still attached with the umbilical cord and everything. Goes right on mom's chest, and dad, I don't know, are they attached? I don't know. I wasn't there, but then dad, right away, no shirt on, skin to skin. That's a thing that I didn't know. So that's a what is hot and what's not. And also, this one I had never heard of, gentle parenting. It's basically saying yes and not no, right? Isn't that what gentle parenting is? But instead of punishing and timeouts, it is now called boundaries and limits. So if you hear mom and dad talking about gentle parenting and boundaries and limits, you're going to know what they're talking about because I've just brought it up to you. I had no clue what that was. Gentle parenting. And then it goes into sharing the responsibilities between parents. Isn't that what we did? Like, isn't that like the test of time? But when parents share responsibilities of the child, which is what parents do, I don't know, I get those. But that is called sharenting, right? These new things, who knew? And sharenting, actually, it's not just about sharing responsibilities, but it's about asking the child if something is okay with them, right? So in other words, you want their permission to maybe share a picture on social media or talk to a friend about an issue that your child is having. You talk to the child first. That's sharenting. All these new things. And now we go on to number 7, and this one is be there for the new parents. I think this is so important. Like, I've already brought them over a couple of meals. I'm going to be doing that again this week, asking them, hey, what do you need me to do? You know, do you want me to do some laundry while you guys, you know, maybe the baby's sleeping, you guys can sit and have your time while I do things for you. I can clean for you. Not to say that you're not clean, because let me tell you, my daughter-in-law and son are clean. I don't know how she's keeping such a neat house, but she is. And she just had a baby, but it's working for her. But, you know, I literally keep telling them, let me do something for you. Let me help you. Let me come over and cook for you. Let me watch the baby while you two take a nap. Something, anything. So just being there for the new mom and dad, I think that's important as a new grandparent. Number 8, have baby stuff at your house. Oh my gosh, so important. I've been accumulating for the past, 7 months. And, we have toys for when she's 3. We have our friend Roberta, gave us a really nice pack and play that, hopefully she'll be spending time here. I've got some little toys. I've been, starting to collect a few books here and there from yard sales that I can read to her. Just have things at your house so that when the baby comes or they get a little bit older, you have stuff there for them. And also when the baby's baby, maybe, have a few diapers in case mom forgets some, or have a few changes of clothes just in case there's an accident or something like that. Just have some things at your house just to make everything comfortable. And number 9, listen to how and what the parents want you to do with their child. Now, again, another thing that I grew up with was you didn't really ask permission to do anything from someone else. Like your mom and dad did whatever they did because they thought it was right. But if your children are asking you to maybe babysit or they want you to come over and help out, listen to them. Listen to what they need from you. Listen to how they want you to handle their baby. Again, wicked old school, not used to that, just used to going in, like just getting in there and doing my thing. But I have to learn to just take a step back, really, and figure out what they want. And number 10, which is my favorite, this is my absolute favorite. Love every minute of this new adventure. This is a brand new adventure for anyone who's becoming a new grandma or a new grandpa, or whatever you're going to be called. A lot of people keep asking me, what are you going to be? I don't know. Right now I'm grandma, but whatever Sienna wants to call me, we'll figure it out as we go. But this is just such a different stage in life now. And someone I was listening to on YouTube, and I'm so sorry, like she's so great, and I can't remember, I think it's Life After 60, I'm not sure, but if I can remember, I will put her channel in the description box. She's so awesome, and she gave a really good tip, and it wasn't about being grandma, it's just about living life after 60 and just enjoying yourself. And I think this is one of those adventures and one of those life changes that we have to say, you know what? This is going to be fun. Gosh dang it. We're going to make this a good time. I have a grandchild that I can spoil and have fun with and teach things to and read to and just give my fun self to, which, sometimes we get stuck in life, right? Sometimes things get a little mundane, they get a little boring, your kids have moved out, you're doing the same routine all the time, you're working, but this is a brand new baby. This is a child that is going to be influenced by their family. So this is a time to just have a good time. Have a good time with this kid and this baby and this child, and who's going to be a woman someday, and just try to maybe give some of your cultures and traditions to them, and maybe they'll take a little sliver of something you taught them and teach it to their children someday. And that's what I hope to do, even if I can have a little bit of me passed on to the next generation. How good is that? How good is that? I'm excited. I think we should all be excited when we become a new grandparent. When grandchild 2 and 3 and 4 come along, who knows? It's going to be chaotic. But I think that just taking a step back and looking at it from a fun perspective, and just saying, you know what, I'm gonna make this fun. I'm gonna have a really good time with this brand new child in this crazy world. And we're gonna keep them safe, and we're gonna show them lots of great things and try to show them the good side of everything. So guys, I hope you enjoyed this. Thank you so much for being here. I love you, love you, love you. Mwah. And I will see you soon, new grandma or new grandpa. Bye.